Hi everyone, this is Lloyd speaking. So I'll be approaching the chart for the following next week and next 2 weeks, using technical analysis and primarily the currency index to see if I can't jump into any move. So first off, the list, as usual. So I've arranged my list in case for some of you who are new, is that the strongest will always be at the top, followed by what I'm not too sure at the middle, and the weakest at the bottom. Yep. So let's have a look at the Kiwi index. And I'll be approaching the indices chart using a weekly chart. So the Kiwi index, you can see that price on a pretty solid horizontal level, right? And price seems to be holding well. So I do expect price to actually bounce off this level, and if possible, I'll be getting the first retracement of any Kiwi move, and ride it pretty far back up. If it does, if we are able to trade the first retracement, usually and the trend does move in our favor, it will prove to be a very profitable ride, but we just gotta be patient about it. Next on my list is actually the pound index. Again, pretty strong psychological level, which is at 130. Price might actually move down a bit more. Yeah, 2 weeks back it has bounced off already, I would say. So it might actually test a second time before it proved to be a good support level and price move upwards again. Next on my list is actually the Aussie index. Now, the Aussie, although I would say this still is a noticeable horizontal level, but it's just much more messy compared to the Kiwi and Pound. As such, I rank it as third one. And now comes the Swiss, mentioned a few weeks back, till price breaks out of this boxy movement, the ranging chart. Bear in mind, we are on the weekly, most of us trade on either the D1, H4, or H1. So when price breaks out, I'll be there for it, but till then, I just prefer not to touch it. Now, the USD dollar index proved to be a tricky chart to analyze. Now, at first glance, this proved to be a nice psychological level, $100. Yeah, but when we zoom out, you can see that although the level is being respected, sort of, but price tends to be, in the past, at least twice, this proved to be a messy level. It does hold, but rather messy. Yeah. Now, I don't respect my chart, so I would see if actually price might do a clean break, that means go back up to 100 or break down. Yeah, I do not know, actually do not know. But at least at $100 level, it proves to be a good level to trade if price does have a break. Pretty strong level to trade a breakout from. Because usually what precedes a breakout is a strong movement. So I'll be waiting patiently for that. But again, I have to be upfront is that I'm not too sure entirely. Now, the Euro index next is coming. Again, this isn't a currently I have to admit that this isn't a good looking chart. Yeah, if we focus since I would say May onwards, I would say this is actually entirely a range movement. Yeah, but on saying that, it seems that price is about to make a clean break from this level. Again, I do not like to second guess. What I would like to do in such case that it does not have a clear price action to prove that it wants to bounce. It might break down instead. So I've ranked Euro third from the bottom. Yeah, I'm fully prepared to trade it as a break and retest on the H4 time frame. Again, this will be an early attempt to trade a downward trend if it does happen. Then finally came to the Canadian index, very clean movement since May. You can see that price is just trending downwards, and it has ample room to move to $70 level. So get into CAT, yeah, if you can. And the last on my list is actually yen index. Now yen, does the price action here does not seem very clean, but let me get rid of this level. It's kind of useless at the moment. But if you just look at what price has done since March, it seems to be trending downwards. It does have ample space to go all the way to $61. Now, there might be some resistance support at $63 level, but again, most of us trading at the D1, H4, or H1, it should be quite easy to claim at least a 1:1, or if you're in H1, then at least I would say a 3-to-1 movement before we need to get worried. Yeah. And again, this is at 63. So if it does break all the way to 61, then Of course, the higher R ratio is better. So that being said, what I'm prepared to trade for the following week is Kiwi Yen. Now, this is a double top, but price seems to be holding at this $87 level. So it has actually indeed made a rejection, but I don't like this wick. Yeah, it's not a clean wick for me. So what I would like to see price do is that if it does come and test this level again and give me a very strong bullish candle before I will attempt to take this trade. Now, what I should be giving a second opportunity is for those of you who are a bit more conservative, wait for price to break a double top, come back for a retest, and then of course we can get it at 10. So I would say this is the initial movement from what I would anticipate. It's a more aggressive move. If you do get to that, prepare to take a TP once at this level, and then leave the position running, and we see if price does indeed break. Next on my list is actually pound yen. So again, second top, trading the weakest pair. Now, very similar looking chart to Kiwi Yen. In fact, you will see that price has made some rejection at this level. Yeah. So again, I'm waiting for a bullish candle to appear. If it does, then I'll get in happily. Now, if you look at what price has done since early November, this is actually a very nice trending chart since then. So no problem trading it. In fact, coming Monday, I will be quite comfortable placing a pending order right at the top of this week. Next on my list is actually Kiwi Cat. So you can see that price starts to get a bit wobble. What I'm waiting for price to do is actually to break this level, come back. Now this is not a very clean looking price action. Does not give me enough conviction. So I want to see price break, come back for a retest, and then I'll be happily taking this trade. And like I said, it might be an early trend movement. So we see how it goes. Pound Cat, on the other hand, is not as nice looking as Kiwi Cat. So Kiwi Cat I'll classify as more as a reversal movement. So Pound Cat, this is purely a breakout of this ranging movement. Yeah, just waiting for price to break, come back, retest at the top. Now, in the event that it actually breaks below, although not according to my technical analysis, but if it does break below, I'll be taking a much more cautious approach to actually trade it. Now, I'm all for trading as long as clear range. It does break above or below, I'm all for trading. But looking at the technical chart, the likelihood of it breaking higher is there. So what I'm trying to say is that if it does break high, I'm prepared to trade a full percent. If it does break below, I'm still also prepared to trade, but at reduced risk, since that's not my initial analysis. Now, the last on my list is actually Aussie dollar. You can see that these two I bucket in the middle. Aussie rank higher and dollar is actually right at the middle. And if you remember the dollar index, I did say that price is at $100. It's a very strong psychological level whereby price, although price do hold there, but it does get messy. So what I'm prepared to do is look at Aussie dollar chart. If it does give me some sort of reversal, I would like to see a first high and low. That means the initial retracement for a start of a trend, and then I would take a small risk to trade from here. Yep, so it is really a reversal trading. All right, so that's all for me for this week. Hope the movement do play out, then we can book some nice profit. Before I end my session, I've said that unfortunately I do not really see any strong trending move at this point. Yeah, so you see that the analysis leans more towards either a range breakout or a reversal. I think among all, there's only one trending chart that I see that is able to. So if you're not comfortable trading a range or a reversal, there's still trending charts. Yeah. Otherwise, just stay out of the chart entirely. Seems to be a messy month ahead. Thank you and goodbye.